Yeah. I gotta figure out how to get
What are we
comfy
at?
in this
We
gaming chair.
April
There's nothing
April 20
relaxing
April
about it.
28th.
Yep.
I think that's. I don't think it's supposed to be relaxing, Dan. It's supposed to keep you ready to go.
Apparently, I'm ready to go. I spent
You
my whole
think
day
like
stressed
gaming
out
chair,
though.
you're not supposed to be able to like. You're not supposed to be able to like lounge in a gaming chair, are you?
I don't know.
I think
I
you
would have
are.
thought.
Most of them have like footrest and recline and vibration
Yeah, I
butts and
thought
all
they were
kinds of
like a
stuff.
total body experience. This is more like a fighter pilot. Like you got to be in the your head's got to be in the game all the time or something. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't love it.
Huh. Well, here we
Well,
are.
you guys want to hear
It's an interruption.
my stressful day story
I do.
today?
Yes,
It's not a
please.
very good
Yes.
start intro, but I think did I tell? I
Why
either told
not?
you guys. I told you
Here, pour
before,
yourself
or
pour yourself a nice glass of whiskey and then tell us.
yeah, I should go get some whiskey. Um,
I'm going same as last week.
the old Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
So
because it was
I
what was
think
on the counter because I did not put it away.
I told you guys that I had to send out letters for my lot split.
Yep.
Today was the day. I had to
Yes.
go do the
Today
hearing.
was the day for the public hearing.
Yeah, it was the fifth in line.
That sounds that sounds fun.
It's it. So I was kind of feeling stressed out throughout the day about it, and I couldn't really think why because there's
Yeah.
nothing. It's not. It's in a courtroom, but it's not like a jury. It's just a recommendation board. And then Judah
Hmm.
said, well, it's probably because this lady whose name I'm not going to say, it's probably because you think she's going to be there. And I was like, oh, she's not going to be there. But that probably is why I'm stressed about it because I know she's going to have something to say about it. And I went, and out of the four groups of docket things that were before me, three of them had people who had something to say in opposition of the board splitting their land.
Hmm.
And out of the
Oh, it was
three,
so it was all people dealing with the exact same thing. It wasn't like any other type of land use issues.
no,
You were all in there presenting the same thing.
correct.
Okay.
Um, and it's funny because like everybody was doing it by the book that I could tell. Nobody was doing anything like odd, you know.
Hmm.
Like there was nobody who was like trying to get a variance for anything. So I don't fully understand why there's a public hearing on it when it's your land. But anyway,
Right.
out of the three, so like one guy gets up and he's like, this, and this, and the most major thing he had was, I don't think they should do this because you need to be aware that like fire trucks can't get down that road and they can't turn around and somebody's going to get hurt if there's more houses on the road. And it's like, okay, but you live on that road and but you know what, like if there's one more house, is there if there's one more house, is fire trucks going to have a worse time getting down the road?
Right.
I don't
Yeah, that's
understand
not
that.
a very good argument.
No. And then
Some
one of
people
them was a
aren't
lady.
good at thinking.
Yeah,
No.
that's a fact.
One lady was there and she had all these problems with the proposed location of the septic systems on this other person's property, the location of their road. She said, I mean, this is going to be a hazard and the culverts don't look like they're right and like they're going to have all these problems. And then what they do is they're like, you present, here's what I'm wanting to do. The clerk says, yes, that's what they're wanting to do. And then she's done the research on your documents to make sure that everything's in order. And then they're like, is there anybody in favor? Yes or no? Is there anybody opposed? And those people get to come up and talk. And then if there's anything that somebody said that needs to be addressed, you have to get back up and address it. And then they vote.
As the landowner,
What?
the landowner gets up and addresses it.
Yeah, the person who's representing the action that's being taken. Yes.
Okay.
It could be the lawyer, the landowner, it could be the surveyor, any number of things. So this lady that had all the
It's
issues
not
with
the city
septic,
though. It's not the city though saying, thank you for your concern. All of these things have been done in accordance to the rules and regulations set forth by the city.
or the county.
Your
The county,
concerns
basically.
are unfounded. Or by,
Well, they don't
by
say
the
that.
county.
They don't say that exactly, but they do ask the clerk who's looked at your documents, and they're
Mhm.
like, do you have anything to say about that? And the clerk is like saying to the board, who are just citizens, they're not working for the county. She's like, so the septic thing is not something that's on the table today. The county, like codes department, will take care of that. The road location is what's on the table. How it's built is not like on the table. So she's actually making official recommendations to the board as to what they should and should not like consider as important
Consider,
facts.
yeah.
Yeah. But then the landowner gets up and he's like, I do dirt work for a living. Like we bury public utilities. We run heavy equipment. We hired an engineer that works for the county and the cities to do this work. And the question about the culverts, I've talked to her husband and explained that they're uphill of our property. So if anything, the water from their property would be running into our property onto our culverts, but we will definitely not be creating a hazard for their property because
Because
it's the wrong direction.
because
Math, because gravity. So they get to mine, and I've just watched this, and I'm like, well, this was so far it was 6-0 on every vote, 4 in a row. Yes, we're recommending that this action move forward. They get to mine, and I get up, and I'm like, I built 2 houses, and I want to split the land. The second house has already got final approval. Codes department, water department, fire department. It already has an address. And the board is like, what? And the county clerk is like, not the county clerk, the clerk that's working for the county is like, they are allowed to do 2 houses on 20 acres. That is permitted. And everything that he's saying has been completely above board, and it is all documented with the county. That is allowed. And I'm like, and what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to separate this acreage and sell one of the houses now. And so they're like, okay, sit down. Anybody in favor? Anybody opposed? I did not know that the lady from my neighborhood from my road was there. She was sitting in the back. And she came up and she started talking. And I started like, when somebody's like, clearly they came to oppose whatever you're wanting to do. But like, I couldn't understand what she was talking about. She said a few things that the county clerk was like, she was literally doing this. What is she talking about? Like, clerk is facing us. She's facing away. One of the contentions she had was that the neighborhood has agreed that the lots are only to be divided. They're not to be divided anymore. That 20s can't be turned into 10s. This was clearly communicated to her when they moved here, that there weren't going to be any more lot splits. The second was, it's on record, according to her, that this lot was, they tried to split it into 2 10s and it was not allowed. It had to be a 20. Third, if they allow me to do this, he, meaning me, is going to build 2 more houses at the back of that property, which is not allowed, according to her. And I'm like listening to the whole thing, like almost like, what am I listening to? And I'm like trying to think like, oh wait, it's going to be my turn to go up and rebut all of these statements. And I don't even know what she's talking about. And so then she's like, and they have an illegal Airbnb at the northeast corner of their property. And the county clerk lady is just like, what? And she's like, clearly like grasping for anything that she can even understand. And I'm clearly saying this much more clearly than she was saying it. I felt like she sounded like she was kind of weeping, like crying as she was telling them. I couldn't see her face, but like
Oh,
she
man.
was talking to me. It sounded like she was talking like someone who was crying.
Wow.
And I was like, what am I going to say? I don't know what to address. And so I get up and I walk up with my hands like this and my shoulders and my face like, and I get up to the podium and I'm just looking at the county, the board of director, like the president or whatever, the guy who's kind of calling the whole meeting to order. And I'm just like, I don't know what do I address? And he's like, so she's concerned. I think she's concerned about the size of the lots that you're wanting to split. And the county clerk goes, well, they're allowed to split lots in the county down as small as 3 acres in the right, under the right conditions. And he goes, can you address that? Can you address that? Like the size of the lot? And I look back at my guy who did the split, the survey, and it's like, well, this is my surveyor. He works in the county quite a bit. I think this whole board knows who he is, you know, like Huffman Surveying, they do it all the time. He was on 3 of the surveys out of the 8 tonight. And I go, and we talked to the county and we just split it like they said that we would have to.
We needed to.
Like I don't know, we just tried to follow the rules. And the commissioner guy, the board guy goes, that's the right answer. And I was like, I don't have anything else to say. I'm taking the advice of the county and my surveyor. And he's like, yeah, that's it. That's the right answer. So yeah, you can go sit down. So I go sit down and he's like, do we have a motion to approve the lot split, blah, blah, blah. And somebody motions, second, all in favor. Aye, opposed, same sign, 6-0. And then we didn't stay for the last 2. And there was this lady, and here's the craziest thing. So this lady, she walked up to give her presentation and then she turned around and she had to walk right here by me. And I just had like, I don't know what my face looked like, but like, I knew that I didn't know what she was talking about. And I almost laughed whenever she said I had an illegal Airbnb, because that implies that there's a law about it.
Right.
that nobody knows about. Like, wouldn't there have to be a law about it for it to be illegal?
Yeah.
And I'm
And
like,
there are in
yeah,
some
like
places.
here's the only thing that I'm aware of in our county. That if you have more than 5 camps, if you have 5 or more campsites, you have to apply for a campground thing. You have to, instead of being
Like
a
a
rural
like a
property,
designation or whatever.
yeah. Like if you have 5, if you want to put in 5 RV sites, you can put in an RV hookup on your property. You can even put in a couple, but if you get to 5, they're like, this is a campground, and now you need gravel going all to them, and you need sewer, and or a dump station or something. I think that's a relatively reasonable
And
deal.
also, if you wanted to do that, you could follow all their rules and then
Absolutely.
go to that hearing,
Correct.
and she's still not going to be able
I
to
don't,
shut it down.
I don't know if you would have to go to a hearing for that. Maybe because you might be changing the land use from residential to like a campground usage, maybe. But I kind of was like feeling bad for her because I thought if I was listening to this person from the side of the board member, I'd be like, I don't know what is up with this lady. Then they're like, so what? So it's all a little jarbled. She comes walking by me, and I locked eyes with her, and I smiled, and I said, "Thanks for coming." And then I was like, "Why did I do that?"
Thanks for being here tonight. It was good to see you.
Like she was like.
You
I
were
was
like, I wish that instead of thanks for coming, you had said, good try.
I don't. Sarah's like, why didn't you punch her in the face? And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Like,
slap her on the butt.
nothing she said had any bearing on anything. So then here's the craziest thing. So like she kept talking about how everyone in the neighborhood on a country road, that's not a neighborhood, it's a country road, agrees, like we have a HOA or something, that it should be 10-acre lot splits. One of the members asks, while I'm up there, where does the individual who just spoke out against it live? And the commissioner lady, the county, like whatever her name is, that the clerk is like, she lives down the road, catty corner on the other side of the road, on a 5.1 acre or 5.3 acre lot. I didn't even know that.
Is your
I'm
house
like,
visible from her house?
So she has
No.
5.
She has 5 acres
She has
too,
5
and she
acres,
just
but
spent her
everyone's
time.
supposed to only have 10.
Right. I don't understand. I must have not understood what her argument was. But I did talk to my other neighbor who was in the know on what she's butthurt about. And I just told her, I said, I did the meeting, they approved it. Ariane came and spoke. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say her name. She came and spoke.
I'm sure someone
Nobody's watching this.
knows her.
Yeah. And she said that there was something back in the day, like they've lived here longer than we have. There was something back in the day where she thought that she had more land, and it wasn't, like the land behind her house wasn't her land.
Oh no.
So it might
It's like
stem
Darcy's side yard.
it might stem all the way back to when they bought the land thinking they had 10 acres, only to find out that they had 5 acres, maybe. So it might not, you know what I mean? It might not have.
Maybe she thought she
And-
owned your land.
Dude, we're so far apart. We're like, she's probably the farthest person who got notified. She's probably the 1,000-foot person. Anyway,
That's
it was an interesting thing. It probably seemed more exciting in real time, but
So now that you got the approval, what, then you'll put up some.
You don't have to tear your house down.
I don't have to turn my house on. That's a relief.
So now you can sell it.
Yeah. Yep. As of next Wednesday, I can sell it.
And so you had a guy come put like survey stakes out there to mark it all off so you know where it's at.
Yeah. It's all done. I've even put up fence on one side, fence posts on the other side,
Nice.
and then I'll run the wire. It's not a great fence. It's just, I put up 3 strands of barbed wire and 40-foot length posts. So I'll probably at some point go back through and do another 20-foot post and add another string or 2 of barbed wire. That would be my theoretical future ad, or just run hot wire on my side to keep my own critters off of it if I ever do get some critters.
Mm-hmm.
You think, Darcy, think I could keep goats in with 3 strands of barbed wire?
No.
Nope.
You
Darcy
think they
can't
would know
keep
that there
goats
was a
in with
fence?
a full fence.
Yeah, I don't think goats would even know that there was a fence there. They'd be like,
No, they would not.
fence? There was a fence?
They're like, that's not.
I think so.
I thought it was a really long, skinny thorn bush.
I was chewing on
Remember
it.
that front lot where Carl kept getting out, and you I mean, you had that fence so beefed up, he was still getting out.
Yep. Yep. Ah,
The best way to keep goats in is to keep them wanting to be where you have them.
They never
Yeah.
want to be
Well-
where you leave them.
have you ever there's this saying, it might be new. I don't know if you've heard it. It's something about the grass on the other side being greener.
Mm-hmm. The weeds on the other side are always greener.
They're for sure taller.
Yeah, they're taller. Yep.
I was thinking, not
Yeah, I
on the
had goats
but
out
back
last
on the-
night.
I had my anecdote for my trip to the county is this. Tell me what you think of this shirt. It says on the back of it, if you're reading this shirt, you're the problem. Mind your own damn business.
I like it.
What do you think? Yeah, so I got the fence, I got the posts up, and I've got the place like looking pretty good, ready for photos tomorrow. I think it's gonna, I've got that place looking so good that I want to live there. That's what I've got.
Yeah,
All that
Unfortunately.
6 shades of white.
kind of wish you had a big house with a real nice big shop.
Yeah,
And a room for everyone.
dude, that whole deal with the sale price is like bugging the crap out of me.
What do you mean?
Well, like I cannot find a single comp for that house anywhere. Within 10 miles, within 100,000 one way or the other of price, with the same number of bedrooms, same number of bathrooms. That's not even thinking about the shop.
Just list it for like $250,000 and see what happens.
That's a terrible idea.
What?
It'd probably sell pretty quick,
Probably
and
sell
then
pretty quick at
you'd be done with
250.
it.
You'd
Yeah,
get in a
and then I
bidding
would
war, and they'd start busting it up to like eight,
then
nine
I'd
hundred thousand.
yeah, maybe. I think it'd be hard to get to 8 from 250 though.
Okay, it started at 450.
I'm thinking this. Here's my theory on it right now. A person with any sense has to look at a house that's 3,000 square foot and go, it's going to cost $175 a foot to build that. And then they're going to go, okay, and then the land is worth 150. Then they're going to go, the barn is worth 100. And if they're north of 600 instead of 775, they're going to be like, that doesn't seem like a bad deal. That's my theory on it. Because I can't build somebody that house for what'd you say, 250?
250, yeah.
Yeah, I can't build the
many
house
acres?
for 5 acres is going with it. 5 really nice, fully mowed acres with about 50 fairly newly planted small trees on it, but mostly flat enough that if a person was like, I'm gonna plant something on this, they could
Did you
just
say 50 trees?
yeah, probably 50 or 80, maybe 50 to 100 trees,
What kind of trees did you plant?
all different kinds. Little saplings. Like I've got some pine trees, I've got some cherry trees, some apple trees, I have some oak and walnut, but and then some willow. But most of the oak, walnut, pine, and cherry are only like knee to waist high at this
Okay.
point. They're pretty small. So if you were just like, nah, I don't like those trees there, you can mow over them with a regular just mower.
But in 40 years from now, you're going to have a forest.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, hopefully.
When are you hoping to go live with it?
Last week. 2
Last
weeks
week?
ago. Yeah.
Well, that's coming right up.
I got the last of my stuff out of it today. Photographer's coming tomorrow.
Even the shop, it's all cleaned out?
Yeah, mostly. The only stuff that's left in there is like our boat and our basketball goal, and then the stuff we're trying to get rid of on Facebook.
What are you trying to sell?
I got a bunch of wood floor. I have a kiln. I have some furniture like cabinets and stuff. What else?
What kind of cabinets you got?
It's like weird stuff. We got this. One of the things is a old photography cabinet kind of thing. It has all these little slots for like 8mm reels, you know, like the old, like, and you push these buttons and it slides your reel of film out. And it's just this really interesting cabinet that the kids thought was awesome and bought from someplace.
This wasn't one of your grandmother-in-law's treasured items?
But the thing is, it used
none of it is, Jimmy. None of it. None of it.
And Darcy's coming to get a piano. And
oh, am I?
Oh yeah, Darcy and Jimmy are coming to get a piano.
Where is it going?
Where's it going, Darcy?
I'm pretty sure Jimmy needs a piano at his house.
I don't think so.
I don't think Jimmy's as attached to it as our wives are. It's somebody's
Jimmy's wife plays the piano, but she doesn't have one right now.
That's
So is
true.
Darcy's wife.
But we have one.
What do you have?
We have we have that. We have a Yamaha Clavinova. And then at some point, whenever Anne is done with it, the piano that's down at Doug and Faith's house is coming to our house.
And maybe also
It almost already did.
Grandma Lolly's piano is going to be at your house.
So you have 3
Apparently.
Apparently, you're going to have 2 pianos plus one that is electric.
Where are you going to put this said piano?
I'm pretty sure at your house.
My house. Oh no. I do have a burn pile over here.
I don't think that would be approved.
No.
I think they would take that back to South Missouri before they'd let you do that.
Hmm.
That's an option.
The other thing is that I have a treadmill that I have never figured out what the deal is with it, Darcy. It's your treadmill. And we used it. And then one day we just went down and just doesn't turn on anymore. So my wife's like, don't ask Anna. I'm like, well, isn't it Anna's treadmill? She said, yeah, but she has no way to transport it. So don't ask her, ask Darcy. So I'm asking you, Darcy, do I try to get it onto the Facebook marketplace also? And some dude who loves fixing treadmills probably already knows what's wrong with it. Or do you come get it? Or do I have to tear it apart, fix it, and then take it back to you? What are my options here, Darcy?
I don't feel like you presented very many great options.
I
Let me
think the
think
first
here.
one was the best.
One
option.
of them was. What was
You
that?
just
Put it
one
on
of them was you
Facebook
just come
as
get
is.
it. One of them was put it on
Oh, yeah,
Facebook
put it-
as is. And one of them was that you demand that I fix it before I bring it back to you. So 2 of them you get it back. One of them you might get it back in pieces if I cannot. The thing is, I do wonder if it's that little magnetron that tells it run or don't run, and you put it around your wrist and you put the magnet in there. I do want, since it's just like, it just went from being like fully running to not turning on anymore, if it has something to do with that safety switch.
It would seem.
Because that's what it's like when you pull this little red, you remember that little red, like oyster looking disc? The thing just goes bloop and it's just lights out.
Right.
So that's my
Maybe
that's
you
my
should plug
wonder.
that thing back in, that red little disc thing.
No, I have it plugged in. It's just not doing it. I was using it all the time, dude. I would watch a whole show and do like 6 miles on the treadmill or something, you know. But then it just stopped, and so I stopped.
You guys stopped at the same time.
I don't think it's coming back here.
No. Oh shoot. I don't have my computer plugged in because I'm not in my office. And my computer's gonna die. So that might be the end of my evening, guys.
Well, yeah. All right. Man, well, how much computer time do you think you have left?
Probably less than 10 minutes, I would guess. I probably have 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I'd say we did good. I don't know how long we've been on here.
Done.
But
Now, we've only been on for like 30 minutes, dude.
5 minutes.
35 minutes. We only covered one subject, my subject.
Well, we figured
We'll
out
just
where
give-
the piano
We'll
and the
just give the
treadmill are
we'll
going.
just give the people a break this week.
Okay. The people, the person, the nobody.
person.
All right.
Yep.
Guess that'll be
Dude,
the show.
can I tell you one more thing that I did today that is actually kind of interesting?
Yeah.
As long as you have enough battery for it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a show, sort of. I kind of listened to it because it wasn't a very like visually inspiring show. It was called Lars and the Real Girl. And it's actually a pretty good, creepy, weird show. It's Ryan Gosling. You guys like anything with Ryan Gosling in it? Do you know who that is?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
He was he did the stunt movie recently. He did
This guy.
Oh yeah, that was
the
pretty
Barbie
funny.
the Barbie movie. And he's just generally kind of a quirky, he does these kind of quirky, I would call him like the likable Ryan Reynolds is what I would kind of categorize him as. But in this show, Lars and the Real Girl, he's a really eccentric guy who like lives in his brother's garage. And he is very uncomfortable with people and with touching, and like he's very neurotic. And he basically ends up getting a sex doll as his girlfriend. But he's like 100% she's real to him. Has a whole backstory and everything. And they take him, his brother's like, my brother is insane. We've got to institutionalize him. And his wife's like, we cannot do that. We need to take him to the doctor. So they take her, the doll, to the doctor. And the doctor is also a psychiatrist. And she is like, the girlfriend, whatever her name was, she needs treatment every week, Lars. And he's like, she does? She's really not well. And so she uses that time to like the treatment that she does for the doll every week for counseling for Lars. And it's actually like a pretty, like it's bizarre and it's actually a pretty cool story, believe it or not. Because like
Save
the
that
whole
to my
town,
list, so
I
I'll
don't-
watch it.
it needs to make your list.
I'm gonna
telling
just
you.
say, Dan.
You should get the list.
I'm just gonna say. Let me be honest with you, Dan.
Be honest with me. You're not going to watch it.
Your review was
Did not
not
inspire
reeling
you.
me in. No.
Ryan Gosling, sex doll.
Everything up to it's really a pretty great show was not leading me to think you were going to say it's really a pretty great show.
It's so good.
You need to watch it. You should watch it while you're
Oh,
mowing or
man.
something. And then
We should start doing movie reviews on this
It's pretty
podcast,
funny.
and Dan could tell us all about the cool.
I guess we should.
let
Yeah.
me see if I let me read the promo or whatever for it, and you tell me if I did a terrible job. Lars and the Real Girl. Where's the IMDb? There we go. Okay. Don't they usually have like a write-up on it, like right at the beginning of these?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That stuff.
A delusional young man strikes up an unconventional relationship with a doll he finds on the internet. Well, that was terrible. It's way more interesting than that. Okay, here's some reviews though. Definitely not a comedy. This is a tearjerker study of mental health that feels painfully real. What a wonderful, quirky movie about the beauty of damaged humans coming together to help each other. There is just no way to explain the plot of this film and not have it sound rather silly, and this film is anything but silly. These
So
people are right.
sounds like other people are.
Other people agree with me, bro. It's very neurotic for sure. And it definitely is like about mental health more than it is a comedy. But it is also quite funny when he's pushing his girlfriend around in a wheelchair, talking to her about, we should get cell phones. That's a new thing. We could just talk to each other whenever. But she never obviously talks because she's a doll. Yeah. There you go. That's my movie review. You got one,
All
Jimmy?
right.
You got one for this week?
No, I didn't watch any movies this week.
Watch that one and then watch Moonshot the next day and see how you feel about Moonshot after watching Lars.
Okay.
Or wait, is that what it's called? Moonshot? Not Moonshot. What's the new movie where he's goes to space?
Something Halo. No.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary, not Moonshot.
Hail Mary. Yeah.
Yeah. Also Ryan Gosling.
I don't know.
There you go. I'm in the red now. I was in the orange.
All right. Guess that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You gonna post your first video
you
for
next
this week, Darcy?
What?
You're gonna post your first video
Oh.
on the new channel this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll talk about it next week. See what happened.
All right. Sounds good.
See ya.
Till then.